Greetings. Hello. Um, Hi, I'm Associate Professor Dr. Sarala Devi Mahendran Chettiar from Malaysia. How are you there? Thank you so much. First of all, gave me an opportunity to present as one of the keynote speaker today in the 15th International Conference from 7th to 22nd November. My topic of presentation is role of mode of business on level of awareness of cybercrime. Now, the introduction of the study is the Malaysian business community is currently facing the threat of cyber attack, especially in recent years. According to a report released by the Malaysian government, there were more than 11,875 cybercrime cases reported after the year of 2019, in which most of it involved small and medium-sized entrepreneurs. Furthermore, after the implementation of the Movement Control or the MCO, more than 78% of SMEs have directed their focus towards online platforms to reduce investment in business infrastructure, thus making them more susceptible to cybersecurity issues. This is published in 2022. Hence, the National Cybersecurity Agency NASA is attempting to offer potential solutions, therefore have closely observed the serious attention paid to current cybersecurity issues. In addition, the National Cyber Crisis Management Plan has been initiated by the Malaysian government to reduce the number of attacks on business cybercrime in harmful software developed by online criminals with the express purpose of damaging computer, network and ICT infrastructure and generating revenue. Business without adequate cybersecurity protections plans or inadequate fundings for cyber defense efforts, including increasing human capacity and competence. Won't cybercrime be harmful software developed by online criminals with the express purpose of damaging computer network and ICT infrastructure and generating revenue? Businesses without adequate cybersecurity protection plans or inadequate fundings for cyber defense efforts, including increasing human capacity and competence, won't survive a cyber event. SME Association of Malaysia noted that cyber attacks are now growing increasingly and are widespread among firms. A few literature review had quoted about the cybercrime in Malaysia. First of all, in 2012, Duriana Muhammad, to effectively investigate cybercrimes, one must be totally committed and prepared to take on criminals. This means that, in addition to being ready to deal with the repercussions, the investigating officer or other authorized person must also possess the information and abilities necessary to identify the suspect and look into cybercrime situations. It is essential to have enough statutory provisions and efficient procedural laws in place in order to handle the challenges that lie ahead. In order to maintain the efficiency of the investigate process, it is crucial to adhere to the established procedures and best practices. The purpose of this study is to investigate the procedures for conducting cybercrime investigation in accordance with the 17th Criminal Procedure Code (CPC) and Malaysia cyber law in order to pinpoint any shortcoming and difficulties discovered by investigators. The Criminal Process Act, the Communications and Multimedia Act, and the Computer Crimes Act of 1957 would be the primary sources of information. The background information will also make mention of other legislation. Furthermore, theory of reason action should be addressed. The two categories of knowledge are procedural and declarative. Page and Uncles in 2004. Declarative knowledge is an actual condition that has an online explanation. For instance, a slow internet connection. Use of the internet generally is also stated to be part of declarative knowledge. Moreover, procedural knowledge includes dynamic data about policy activities. Thus, having knowledge is crucial when utilizing a computer of the internet. To prevent cybercrime, internet literacy is equally crucial. To see more literatures according to Malaysia Digital Corp (MDC), which projected a loss of 51 billion due to cybersecurity threats in Malaysia, accounting for more than 4% of the country's total gross domestic product. Cybersecurity helps to reduce cyber threats that could threaten the country's sovereignty and economy. Business Today also quoted in 2021, according to local police reports and Business Today News is 2021. In 2021, there were 4,327 cybercrime incidents recorded in the first quarter of this year, resulting in losses of 77 million, down from 14,229 cases reported in the same period last year, which resulted in losses of 413 million. Well, when we move on to research methodology, in the study, the researcher has chosen a quantitative research type of study survey. The location of the study was Gelugor, Penang. Gelugor is a location in Malaysia state of Penang. Gelugor, Penang was a convenient location of the researcher to conduct his or her investigation because it is close to a number of small and medium-sized businesses. The researcher can also carry out a data collection procedure without encountering any difficulties, as one of the ethical and legal requirements in research involving human participants. Consent forms will be issued to all parties engaged in this experiment prior to the researcher's start. The questionnaire will be provided to the study participant after everyone is in agreement. The data has been collected using the pre-developed instruments from prior studies. After conducting the preliminary tests and ensuring that the instrument is reliable, inferential statistics has been conducted. The results of the regression analysis revealed the following confirmation of the hypothesis testing. So in the study analysis that uses inferential statistic and regressions. Okay, if we can see the reliability of the analysis is reliable, the mode of business and level of awareness to a DV that we wanted to see. It showed the level of 0.7 and 0.724. So there is a quite high reliable to continue the studies. Okay, in the analysis of hypothesis, regression was used And regression, we found out that statistic is much more in favor to the studies in terms of mode of business and level of awareness cybercrime. Now, we are heading to the conclusion of the study. This study aims to identify the level of awareness of cybercrime among entrepreneurs in recent time. Because the Malaysian government took the initiative to introduce the Malaysia Cybersecurity Strategy to improve cybersecurity preparedness and for building a strong infrastructure for anti-malware solution and cybersecurity in Malaysia. This can be said to be a national occurrence. As a result, the National Cybersecurity Authorities also published a study revealing that on average, 31 incidents of cybercrime are reported in Malaysia each day. The implications of this study is that the researcher can get a clearer view of a level of cybercrime awareness among entrepreneurs and facilitate future research in similar perspective. In addition, the researcher also learned more about differences in the level of cybercrime based on the position in organization and mode of business. The Malaysia Ministry of Education will be able to determine the degree of cybercrime knowledge among business from this survey and will be able to take action to raise that awareness. However, the Ministry of Communication and Multimedia will be able to use this knowledge to improve cybersecurity going forward to avoid cybercrime. The researcher made several recommendations that will make future investigations easier. One of the recommendations for improvement is that future researchers widen the scope of their research by concentrating on enterprise and including all of Malaysia's entrepreneurs. In addition to the degree of education, the researcher may also examine the reasons why business owners have a moderate level of awareness of cybercrime and the reasons why there are changes in those levels depending on the position of the business owners within the company. Next, business owners can increase the number of responders to obtain more accurate results. The researchers made several recommendations that will make future investigations easier. One of the recommendations for improvement is that future researchers widen the scope of their research by concentrating on enterprises and including all of Malaysia's entrepreneurs. In addition to their degree of education, the researcher may also examine the reasons why business owners have a moderate level of awareness of cybercrime and the reason why there are changes in those levels depending on the position of the business owners within the company. Next, business owner can increase the number of responders to obtain more accurate results. The results of this study can also be used by researchers to develop educational modules that would make entrepreneurs more aware of cybercrime. This session can assist business owners in learning how to spread the word about cybercrime. Future research can instead concentrate on qualitative study as this study covers quantitative investigations, which makes use of questionnaire to collect more information in greater depth. Because respondents must be questioned in person, prejudice present in questionnaire may be eliminated in qualitative research, which is also more accurate and honest. The sampling of this study only cover entrepreneurs who is running a small medium-based enterprise business in in Gulugor, Penang, Malaysia. Therefore, it cannot be generalized to entrepreneurs in other places, and the data cannot be considered as a generalized data nationwide. In order to collect data for this study, the questionnaire was provided to respondents who are business owners in Galugorpini. In this study, the researcher also used the stratified sampling technique. 250 business owners in Galugor were chosen at random by the researcher to participate in this survey as responders. The study's findings indicate that entrepreneurs have a modest level of knowledge about cybercrime. As a result, this study can inform business owners about cybercrime and increase awareness of it among local business owners. They may also observe how the level of knowledge of entrepreneurs about cybercrime varies depending on their line of work and position within an organization according to the study. Now, dear ladies and gentlemen, I've ended my presentations. If you have any questions on this particular topic, maybe we can discuss. So I leave the room to the uh, moderator for further action. Thank you so much again. Thank you so much for the conference, for appointing me as keynote and give me an opportunity to involve in your conference. Thank you. Thank you again.